Hey kids, here's Zombie Punk. I said I was gonna play it yesterday, but I didn't have it quite where I wanted. The list hasn't really changed since then, but I was mostly talking about the Ghost Fusion stuff. I really wanted to make it work, but I just couldn't find anything better than what I was already doing without the Ghost Fusion stuff. So here's this. Instead of, relying on Ghost Fusion to summon Garura by banishing Changshi, and then Changshi mills a card, and then you make Beatrice to mill another card. This makes a very consistent board of Barone, Dabu, and Zombie World. And if you draw Banshee or Zombie World or Baladrock, you add Baladrock to the end board as well. So it's pretty cool. For our first game, we'll be going up against Invoked Dogmatica. Or they're just on Fleur de Lis for no real reason. They're on one extra deck card. Huh. We're up against a Coughing Child. They're going to activate Spirit Charmers to set Awakening the Pest and search area. Then they're going to activate Awakening, normal the area, draw a warning, set it, and pass. We're going to fire E-Telly, and they are going to warning the E-Telly. Big mistake. We've got Xiamen, so we're going to normal that and activate the effect. Our opponent is going to Veiler that. Really sucks. We're going to activate Ogre Dance to grab another Xiamen for next turn. Special Tracker, go into Fortune Tune, and go Donk ourselves for 1750. We'll make Zeus in the end phase, or in the main phase 2, and end phase, pass. They're going to do Terraforming, searching this spiritual Art Ichirin, and we're going to Zeus in response. They're going to do normal Luna, activate Luna effect, and then chain Luna effect to bounce Zeus, and search Ossa. Why they didn't activate the Stark Ruler, I don't know. We're going to normal Xiamen. Xiamen's going to grab us Foxy Tune, which is going to pitch this Necro World Banshee for Sharakusai. Sharakusai is going to Fusion Summon Rising Carp, and then Ukiyo-e Punk Rising Carp is going to summon Madame Spider and Deer Note. We're going to grab Gabu and go to Jam Dragon Drive. Then Deer Note is going to Special Sharakusai, and Dragon Drive is going to search Ghost Ogre. We're just going to get in for 39, set both of our traps, and pass. Our opponent's going to set Warning and then normal Luna. Activate Luna's effect, go to battle, try to punch the Sharakusai. We're going to activate Sharakusai in response to Amazing Dragon. Bounce both cards, they're going to Luna. We're going to Ghost Ogre. And they will concede after we special back Jam Dragon Drive and search a copy of Xiamen. Next up, we'll be going up against Invoked Dogmatica Shaddoll. It looks like they're using Shadow's Light to turn Alistair into Quem or Ecclesia, or any Shaddoll into Quem, Ecclesia, or Cartesia. It's honestly pretty neat, but anyway, we are going first. We're going to normal Sharakusai and activate the effect. That's going to let us fuse into Ukiyo-e Punk Rising Carp. Rising Carp's going to get us Deer Note and Wagon. This replays from a time when I was on Wagon and Field Spell. I've since cut it. We're going to activate Extreme Session and then synchro into Jam Dragon Drive, paying 6 and reborning the Rising Carp. We're going to search for Psychic Tracker and then special the Tracker after special the Madame Spider after drawing an emergency teleport. We're going to search Gabu, draw one more card, special the Tracker, go to Immortal Dragon for Baladrock, E-Telly for Xiamen. Xiamen pays 6 to grab us a copy of Ogre Dance, which we will now pitch for another Xiamen. Then we'll make Pep, Barone, special Yakuza, return Rising Carp to the extra deck to draw one more, activate Zombie World, set Gabu, and pass turn. In the standby phase, Baladrock returns. They're going to go to battle phase, and we're going to pump the Pep. They're going to try to evenly, and we're going to Barone. Why they didn't Dark Ruler first, I don't know. I guess the recurring theme for this video is people not remembering that they can Dark Ruler no more. But anyway, they're going to activate Deer Servant, mill Intis, search Ecclesia, try to pop the Pep, but yep, reading. We're going to special Ecclesia, activate the effect, we're going to Gabu, and they are going to set Schism and pass. From here, we're going to tag Barone out for Immortal Dragon and activate its effect to mill a Mizuki and go to Barone again. Then Mizuki back, this is Xiamen. We're going to pay 600 and then chain Baladrock to banish that. We'll grab the Foxy Tune, go to battle phase, pump Pep to 10-10, or 10-1 rather, and then just kill our opponent. Next up, we'll be playing against what appears to be 3-Axis. It's just a bunch of cards that put a bunch of level 3 monsters on the field. it's PK, it's Punk, it's Mikako. Looks like they're going through the Cupid pitch line. I don't know what their target is. Is Tracker? It is. Oh, so you Cupid pitch for Psychic Tracker? I mean, I guess. I'm sure this puts up a very impressive board, though I'm just not seeing. Anyways, we are going first. We're going to Ogre Dance for a Xiamen and a normal Xiamen. Activate the effect of Xiamen to grab Foxy Tune and then pitch Necro Banshee for Chartreuse. Chartreuse is going to make Ukiyo-e, Punk, Rise, and Carp, and we will pump it with Xiamen, then tag it out for Madame Spider and Dear Note. Madame Spider is going to add Gabu, and we're going to go to Jam Dragon Drive, paying 600 and reborning Chartreuse. We're going to add to hand Tracker and special it and go to Immortal Dragon, milling Baildrock to set it to 2, and go to Barone. We'll activate Zombie World, set Gabu and Imperm, and pass. During the standby phase, Baildrock returns. Our opponent's going to start by specialing Fenrir and activating the effect Search. Then they're going to normal Xiamen and activate the effect. I Barone here. Shouldn't have done that. So Baroning here forces me to use Baildrock to banish the Fenrir, or Fenrir checks whatever we have on field. So that means that I now have to banish the Fenrir as part of this chain, which means they get just special the Fenrir that they have in hand. I kind of threw it a little bit. They're going to Fenrir. We're going to negate the effect to banish Barone face down with Baildrock. We're going to lose the Baildrock and special summon Immortal Dragon, and then they'll pass. We're going to special back Baildrock, and then that's going to trigger Fenrir, but we can negate it. During the standby phase, Barone's also going to tag out for Dear Note, and we're going to Immortal Dragon for Mizuki. We'll normal summon Xiamen and pay 600 to grab an Ogre Dance, then make Draco Berserker and reborn the Jam Dragon Drive, which will now pay 600 more to add Ghost Ogre to hand. We'll make Barone and go to pop the Phantom Knight Sword. They're going to chain it, but that doesn't do anything. Then we'll Mizuki back to Chartreuse, triggering the Baildrock to banish the Fenrir, and then make Amazing Dragon, and our opponent will concede. What's funny is that if they didn't concede and actually just kept it up, this Fogblade would have proved to be a huge issue because this Amazing Dragon wasn't bouncing shit. We don't have any level 3 Psychics in my grave. We have level 3 zombies. So, whoops. And for our last game, we'll be going up against Hero. You wouldn't know it looking at that open, but I mean, what else plays FD these days? Looks like they are on Infernal Rage, which is really cool. I absolutely love this card. It's just so sick. Hey, did you know that you can make Elemental Hero Flame Wingman in MathMech super easily by opening a hand of Polymerization, Burstinatrix, Evian, and MathMech Circular? You just have to summon the Flame Wingman before you Cyberstock yourself with Signal. We're going to E-Telly for Xiamen and then activate Xiamen to pay 6 and search a Foxy Tune. They're going to troll us, but that's no big deal. We've got the Psychic Tracker in hand anyway. We'll Jam Dragon Drive, paying 6, and then try to reborn Xiamen and then Xiamen effect. This was mostly because there were still pauses going on, right? My opponent still had actions they could take, and so I decided that even though we're under droll, who knows, maybe they'll forget. Maybe they'll forget and imperm the Dragon Drive, and that's exactly what they did. So we're going to go ahead and special summon Xiamen, and Dragon Drive gets negated, but we'll special Tracker and go into Immortal Dragon, milling the Baildrock, activating Zombie World, going into Barone, and passing. During the standby phase, Baildrock returns, and our opponent's going to activate FD. We'll let that resolve, then they'll chain Droplet, which unfortunately does negate our entire field. Shadow Mist is going to search them a Stratos, which they'll normal summon and activate its effect, allowing them to search for Dark Angel. They'll TPE, popping both Stratos and TPE, allowing them to Dark Angel me, and then they'll special Mally, special Denier, and stack the Mally on top. And with the Mally stuck on top of their deck, before they can shuffle, I'm going to Nibiru. They'll get a fat token and pass. During the standby, Baildrock comes back, and so does DPE. We're going to Necroworld Banshee to force out the DPE by activating Baildrock. We're going to banish the DPE from the graveyard and stick the Zombie World. And we'll just go ahead and pass. They're going to activate the effect of Dark Angel in the graveyard, which will allow us to banish their fun little card in the fun little token, and they'll stack a Hero Lives, and we'll stack Foolish Burial. They're going to activate FD to make Dangerous and search a card, but we will negate that. And I'm not really sure why they did the Dark Angel Graveyard effect, because now they've just stacked a Foolish Burial to the top of my deck. They're going to pass. We're going to draw Foolish Burial, Shock Horror, and we're going to activate the effect to mill Mizuki. Mizuki's going to allow us to Reborn Barone, and our opponent's going to end Zade. This deck is really cool. I still have to figure out a little bit more about it. I still want to do more with it before I feel comfortable actually like playing this in paper, but it's really, really sick, and it's the basis of something awesome. Losing Chaos Ruler means that a lot of the roll compression in the extra deck is just completely lost, and we have to play like 5 billion cards to set up what we used to, but it's still fine. It just means that end boards have to be more tame, but I think that Barone, Gabu, plus a Floodgate, and maybe Baildrock in slightly better hands, I think that's still good enough, right? Alright, see ya.